Do either of you think Michigan has a shot in hell?
Okay, so do we buy this Will Johnson maybe not thing?
No, I don't think he's playing.
Agreed. Do we think Loveland's going to play?
Yes.
I don't know, but I think there's a far more likely chance Loveland plays than Will Johnson.
I think Michigan has a shot. Not a good one, but a shot. Only because, look, Ohio State moved the ball in Indiana pretty decently, and Michigan's got a lot better personnel up front. This is the stiffest test for this Ohio State offensive line, which is pretty banged up since what, the Penn State game?
Mm-hmm.
Now, everything else, just kind of ignore it, right? But there is some chance they just ugly this thing up to the max and get some turnovers, and it's not completely out of the realm of possibility, but to me, it's pretty unlikely.
I will say, if they get the chance to run it up, based on what we saw Ryan Day do against Indiana, based on the 3-game losing streak, they will run it up. So I might take an Ohio State alt line.
The only thing is, like, do you leave your guys in with Oregon on deck?
Yes.
Because to me, if Oregon loses the Big Ten title game, they drop to the 5 seed.
Mm-hmm.
Although some Irish fans think they're locked into the 5, that happens, and I do not agree with that at all. If Ohio State loses that, then their road becomes very tough, because I'm not entirely sure that Ohio State is locked into the 5 if they lose.
I think that it would be foolish to make any coaching decision based on the prediction of the whims of a selection committee when it comes to seeding 5 through 8. I think Ohio State is a lock to host. That's about all you can say.
They're a lock to host for sure.
Yeah.
You don't think Oregon is a lock to be 5 if they lose the Big Ten title game?
They'll be 5 if they lose.
Right. I think
as long as they beat Washington, we got to assume they beat Washington first.
My point is, like, I don't know that I'm leaving my starters in. I'm conscious of the Jordan Travis stuff with Oregon on deck. Because Oregon's had what? Bye week and then Washington?
Michigan winning would be hilarious.
Oh, my God.
It would be very hilarious, yes.
Yeah.
The letdown from beating Indiana, and you just overlook Michigan. Yeah.
Oh,
oops, forgot them.
We got so hyped up because, I mean, Karma's a player on the Chiefs and all that. I don't want to wade too far into the waters there, but like that little, we're going to fake a victory formation, but it's really a quarterback sneak. You didn't need to do that. Does that make you feel good, Ryan? That make you feel like a big boy?
Like a parlay.
Like feel like a big boy, like when you bullied Lou Holtz? You bully Lou Holtz and you do a quarterback sneak out of the victory formation because you're a big boy?
Needed 2 tries, by the way. Don't forget that. Here's a question for you, just galaxy brain game theorying it up. Georgia's already clinched a spot in Atlanta. If you're Kirby, you understand that the only way you're getting a first-round bye is if you win the SEC. Do you kind of just take this week off against Georgia Tech?
Georgia has taken the week off against Georgia Tech so many times, but yet they tend to have just enough to make sure it's not an outright loss. I mean, I don't have the series history pulled up in front of me, but that's like anecdotally reaching into my wait. What? I don't want to put this on a screen. I've got too much football going on right now. And then you've got to go and you've got to watch Georgia Tech because it's close. And then all of a sudden, Georgia finds a way to win.
Last year was an 8-point game.
Yeah.
But yeah, the prior seasons for the most part were all very, very blowouty.
So I would not try. I would, especially with the way that this Georgia team even messed around with UMass. Like you can't send any message of let up or let down. It's got to be handle business, eliminate their will to compete, yada, yada, all that stuff.
There's no way. If Georgia loses Georgia Tech and loses the SEC title game, are they out?
I would imagine so.
Well, then you really can't afford to mail this in, right? Like you got to give it real effort.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. You may call the dogs off, no pun intended, but I'll take it. if you're up big. But I mean, that's probably a consideration. Like, these coaches have to kind of start modeling this stuff out a little bit. Like, wait a second, like, we do need to win this. And Georgia Tech, like, they play pretty hard. Now, they get lucky sometimes, but they definitely play hard.
All right.